By the spring of war, the theft began with lists. Men in uniform and folders in hand moved after the armies, entering museums, palaces, and private apartments with the calm of accountants. They did not smash at random. They measured, photographed, numbered, and packed. Each canvas was treated like a line item in a larger plan. At the center of that plan stood a leader who believed beauty could be turned into proof. To him, art was not a luxury but a weapon of history. He had once failed at art himself, and the wound never fully closed. From that failure grew a bitter conviction that he knew which works deserved to live and which should disappear. He praised classical painters when they seemed to support his idea of power and purity. He condemned modern art as diseased, dangerous, and unworthy. What he could not control, he wished to erase. What he admired, he wished to own. There was also a dream waiting behind the obsession. In his imagination, a grand museum would rise in the city of Linz, filled with masterpieces gathered from across Europe. It would be a monument not just to taste, but to conquest. To build it, he needed paintings, sculptures, manuscripts, and antiquities in quantities no private collector had ever imagined. So the robbery became administrative. Special units followed military advances and seized what they found. Wealthy families, especially Jewish families, lost inherited collections overnight. Museum shelves emptied. Frames were left on walls like sudden absences. Trains carried crates eastward. At safe houses and tunnels, the treasures were sorted again with bureaucratic care. Others within the regime also wanted their share. Hermann Göring collected art with open greed, using power as if it were a key to every locked door. Rivalry among thieves made the system even more ruthless. Each masterpiece could become a trophy, a favor, or a symbol of rank. As defeat approached, the looters hid the evidence in castles, mines, salt tunnels, and mountain chambers. They feared the coming years would judge them, and they were right. When Allied forces advanced, specialists known as the Monuments Men found rooms packed with stolen works, some stacked like freight, some wrapped in blankets, some waiting in darkness for a museum that would never exist. The recovery was one victory, but not an ending. Many works had already vanished into private hands, been traded, sold, or lost under false names.